Welcome to day 3 of the 30-day beginner yoga challenge. Today we're going to focus on our back. We're going to do some back strengthening, chest opening, and we're going to work towards the pose Cobra. So we're going to start seated, nice comfortable seated position. Sit yourself tall and upright, close your eyes over. Start to focus on the breath. So feel the breath come in through your nose and out through your nose. As you inhale, feel your abdomen expand and chest expand. As you exhale, feel your abdomen lower and chest lower. And just do a couple of rounds of breath like that, being really mindful and aware. Start to block out your surroundings, start to draw your focus inwards. And just notice how you're feeling right now. As you exhale, letting all that go. So as you breathe out, let any thoughts drift away from your head. Let your mind become still and calm. Feel your body relax. And then slowly open your eyes back up. And then we're going to circle the shoulders forwards and back. So roll the shoulders forwards and then roll the shoulders back. Draw your shoulders up to your ears and then relax them back down. And then take your hands down to your side, so fingertips pushing down towards your mat. Drop your head over to the right and then take your right hand, make a fist with your right hand and just lightly rest and then push through the heel of your left hand. Take a deep breath. So you should feel a nice stretch all along that side of your neck and the top of your shoulder. And then switch over, so fingertips to the floor, push up, lengthen up, drop your head over to your left shoulder, make a fist with your left hand, and then your hand is just dropping on your head, so there's no downward motion, it's just resting there, and then push firmly through the heel of your right hand, so this hand that's coming to the floor, push that firmly down, the top arm is like a dead weight, just increasing that stretch. And then come back to the centre, again roll the shoulders forwards and back. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, circle your arms around behind you. Fingertips push to the floor behind your hips. And then lift your chest. Roll your shoulders right back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take some deep breaths. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. Feel your shoulders come away from your ears. And then come back to the centre. And then we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So as you breathe in, you're going to take your hands onto your knees and then push your chest forwards, roll the shoulders back, lift your chin slightly up, keep the back of your neck long. As you exhale, you're going to round your back, scrunch your tummy up, slide your shoulder blades apart and round your shoulders. Tuck your chin to your chest. So inhale, lengthen out the front of your body and engage your back, and then exhale, engage your abdominals and stretch out your back. Inhale, chest opening into your seated cow pose, and then exhale, rounding into your seated cat stretch. One more time each way, big breath in, and then out. And then come back to neutral, roll the shoulders back. We're going to come onto hands and knees. So bring your legs behind you, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and then we'll do our cat-cows from this position. So inhale, cow pose, tailbone lifts, chest comes forwards. Exhale, cat, round your back, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And then back to neutral. Extend the right leg back behind you so it's in line with the rest of your body. Keep your hips level and then we're going to circle that leg around. So try to circle your leg without moving the rest of your body. So keep your core engaged, keep everything pulling up and then you just isolate that leg. So there's no swaying from side to side and movement and momentum with the body. Keep everything else nice and firm. Keep your leg engaged, reaching through your toes. Circling around and then switch directions, circle back the other way, keep your tummy tucked in, belly button to spine and then back to your hands and your knees. Extend your left leg out behind you. Straight line, in line with the rest of your body. Engage your leg, point through your toes, and then start to circle your leg around. And then same thing there. So shoulders and hips staying level, core strong. Just isolating the movement in your left leg. Do a few circles back the other way. And then come back to hands and knees. And then we're going to do thread the needle, but we're going to do a little flow with our breath. So we're going to inhale, stretch the right arm up into the air, take your gaze up. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, spin around to look out to the left. Inhale, stretch the arm up into the air. Exhale, threading under the left arm. One more time up. And then exhale, coming all the way through. Rest your head and your shoulder on your mat. Take a breath. And then back up onto hands and knees. And then same on the other side. Inhale, sweep your left arm up into the air. And then exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right. Spin your chest around, reach through your fingertips. Inhale as you stretch up. Exhale as you come through. One more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right. Drop your shoulder and your head on your mat. Take a breath. And then back up onto hands and knees. You're going to sit back onto the heels. Roll the shoulders back. Sit yourself really tall and upright. Interlace your fingers. Turn the palms away. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale as you lower back down. Inhale as you lift back up. Exhale down, and then we're going to do one behind the back. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders down. Inhale, lift your hands away from your hips. And then exhale back down. Take your feet over to the right side of your hips. So you're kind of in this mermaid leg position. And then we're going to cross the right leg over so the foot comes onto the other side of the left knee. And then sit tall. Now if this is uncomfortable, if you are leaning out to one side and this hip is lifted, or if the foot just doesn't reach all the way around, you're going to extend the legs first and then take your right foot onto the other side of your left knee. So either option is fine. Inhale, sit yourself tall, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, spin your right hand behind you, look over your right shoulder, and then with your left arm, circle around, hug your right knee into your chest. Sit tall and upright, so really lengthen up through your spine, sit bones pushing down to the floor, shoulders rolling back. Keep your shoulders above your hips, so we're not leaning backwards or leaning out to one side. Everything is straight and then just twisted on that one plane. And then come back to the centre. Switch your legs over. So you can either just switch them round, or you can go back to the start, have both feet on the left side, and then take your left foot on top. And then again, you've got the option to have your right leg extended. I'll do an extended leg on this side just to show. So inhale, sit yourself tall. And then exhale, turn around to your left hand behind you, tucked in close to the base of your spine. Roll your shoulder back, and then your right arm is coming round and hugging your knee up towards your shoulder. Lift up through the crown of your head, sit yourself as tall as you can. Relax your shoulders down. Take a few deep breaths. And then come back to the centre. Take your legs out in front of you, and we're going to do a boat. So take your arms out in front, relax your shoulders down, slide your chest back, keep your back nice and straight. If at any point you start to round, then just come back to the start, reset everything. So you want a really nice strong core. Lifting up through your chest, rolling your shoulders back, shoulder blades coming together. And then lift your right leg up into the air. Hold for a breath. Slowly lower that leg back to the floor, reset, make sure you're still tall and upright, your chest is still lifted. Lift your left leg up into the air, take a big breath. And then relax back down. And then you've got the option to just hold here with feet on the floor, or to lift both feet, keep the chest lifted. Remember, if your back starts to round, then take the option with feet on the floor. Take a big breath, and then drop your feet, fold over your legs, drop your head between your knees. From here, we're going to roll up, roll the shoulders back, cross your legs, and then take them back behind you. So you balance on your sit bones, cross the legs over, take your hands in front, and then step back into a plank. Inhale, exhale, lower your chest. So you can do that with knees up, or you can drop your knees first. Make yourself comfortable. And then we're going to have forehead on the floor and hands lined up with the top of the head. So feet about hips distance apart. As you breathe in, stretch through the crown of your head. Lift your head up, and we're coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows come underneath your shoulders, forearms parallel, and then look directly ahead. As you breathe in, start to lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders back, push your shoulder blades together as you draw your chest forwards between your arms. So this is Sphinx pose. It is its own pose in its own right, but it's also a really good alternative for Cobra pose. So as we move on and progress and go into Cobra, if that feels a bit too strong for your lower back, then this is a really good option. So one more breath in and out. And then slowly roll all the way down. You're going to take the hands behind, palms facing in towards one another, fingertips stretching down towards the feet. Inhale, lift your head and your chest up, stretch your hands back. Exhale, lower back down. And we'll do that a few times. So you're going to inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do a couple at your own pace. Keep your shoulders coming back. Keep your hands stretching down towards the feet. And then rest your head on the floor. Take your hands under your shoulders. So you've got fingertips in line with the tops of the shoulders. And then we're going to do one more up and down with the hands in this position. So you're going to inhale, lift your head, your chest, lift your hands to hover, and then hold there. So just get used to that position, see how that feels. Feel your shoulders slide down your back. Nice long spine. Feel your back working. Feel your shoulders relaxed. And you want to keep that the whole time. So as you're doing a Cobra pose, you're going to slowly lower back down. I'll show you some common mistakes that I see. I often see elbows coming out to the side and then pushing up with the hands. So you push your hands down, your back isn't really working, and you're just lifting yourself up, and then you end up all scrunched up at the shoulders. You end up with tense arms, tense shoulders, and your back isn't working at all. It's not really doing anything. So instead, bring your shoulders back, tuck your elbows in close. We're going to come up into our Cobra pose now. So you're going to inhale, lift up, hands resting on the mat. So you start with the back. The arms aren't even working at all. I can easily just lift them up. They're just resting here. And then you lift up a little higher. So maybe you go to a low Cobra and you're here. Maybe you feel like you can go a little bit higher. Maybe you feel like you can come all the way up. You don't need to though. So this is still Cobra pose. If you can come all the way up, just be mindful of your shoulders. So again, make sure they don't creep up. Make sure the shoulders are coming right down. Exhale, lower. We're going to come up one more time now that you know what we're doing. So take a breath. Feet hips distance apart. Tops of the feet are gently pressing to the mat. The rest of the legs are relaxed. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Start with the back. Keep the shoulders down. Come up as high as you're comfortable going. You don't need to come up as high as me. Keep the shoulder blades sliding back. Elbows tucked in close. So soft bend in the elbows. The arms aren't locked out. Take a big breath and then slowly roll back down. Rest your head on your hands, rock your hips from side to side, just release any tension that may have built up in your lower back. Hopefully there won't be any, but it's always nice to just have a little relax and move everything around after we do a strong pose. And then take your hands under your shoulders. We're going to come into child's pose. Tuck your toes, lift up through hands and knees, bring your big toes together and your knees out really wide. Sit back onto your heels and then fold yourself over. So slide your hands forwards, rest your head down. If your head doesn't touch the floor, remember you can just rest it on your hands or on your fists, or if you have a yoga block or a pillow, you can rest it on something there. Stretching out through the back. Feel everything completely relaxed. As you exhale, letting everything go. And then slowly roll yourself up. Roll your shoulders back. Come into a seated position, so whatever position is most comfortable for you. So whether that is crossed legs, whether that's legs extended down front, maybe kneeling is more comfortable for you. Sit yourself tall and upright. Roll your shoulders back. Sit tall. Inhale. As you exhale, take your right hand behind you and twist around to the right. Roll your shoulder back. Come back to the centre. Same on the other side. As you exhale, take your left hand behind and twist to the left. And then come back to the centre. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your chest to finish. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for day 3. Tomorrow we are going to focus on sun salutations. So it's going to be a bit different from what we've been doing so far. We're going to be flowing, we're going to be moving a little bit quicker, get the heart rate up. So I hope I'll see you there tomorrow. Bye.